What are the vibes?
Conversation starters. Jess's little QQ is going to be a conversation starter. Things that are in your purse, conversation starters. What you wear, conversation starters. Connection vessels.
An ankle cut skinny jean and a tucked in button up shirt with a belt is a vibe.
For you.
What's in? Be sensational.
Yes.
Be so connected with your physical senses, your touch, your taste, your smell. Your ability to feel alive comes through your sensations.
Yeah.
So be sensational.
Oops. In. No. I want people to show up on social media and like be weird and post things that people are like, why did they post that? It's kind of weird. Like, but I kind of like it. Like, I can't look away. That's the vibe. Like, making people not be able to look away.
For those who are deep enough to get it,
but profound enough to not care.
You're listening to Consciously Unconscious. Do you know what this is? Which actually goes against a point that I'm going to make later in this episode, but this is Chamberlain coffee.
Is it the bagged one where you steep it like tea?
No, it's the canned one.
Oh, like the latte or just cold brew? I would love to.
It's all right.
I really love Emma.
Yeah, I know. She's an icon.
We're on a first name basis.
Emma and I go way back. You don't like it?
What did you put in it for milk? What did you do to this thing?
I didn't. That's just her formula.
You put nothing in here?
No, I put it over ice.
Okay. Repeat to me the details and repeat them slowly.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. What are the details? What are you asking? What do you need? What do you want from me?
What is in this?
What do you want from me?
This is the canned latte or canned cold brew?
Canned latte.
With almond milk?
No. Oat milk.
Something's wrong about that.
You know what we should start doing is just putting emphasis on the wrong place in words. Like, instead of latte, you just start saying, can I have a latte? And everyone's like, okay.
Please.
Please.
Please. Does anybody say it like that?
We could say, Amanda.
Jessa. Yeah, I like mine better. Do you want to try mine?
No.
Okay. Well,
What is it, homemade?
Yeah, it's cold brew with a splash of Chobani, full cream
what?
with a little bit of vanilla.
I mean yogurt? What?
No, Chobani has creamer.
There's something really wrong with people who like yogurt.
I don't disagree with that. I
Sorry, I said it. If you're eating plain yogurt.
My kids love plain yogurt.
Okay, well,
but I doctor it
up. I have
up.
an excuse. If you get to age 14 and you're still eating plain yogurt and you're not even putting a little granola, a little like fruit, if you're eating plain yogurt.
Hate crime.
I mean, someone needs to keep eyes on this person.
Yeah. Sociopath in the making.
Yeah. You know, I was reading, we started talking about this the other night, but I don't know that I was in a state of mind to really have the conversation. The difference between sociopath and psychopath. And I was listening to this audiobook. It's literally called Sociopath, and it's written by this woman who is a sociopath diagnosed, and her experience as a mother and as a wife, and just kind of like coming into this recognition that she's a sociopath. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm curious about this.
Anytime that I start to tell a story that Amanda knows that she wants to say something about, she starts to just go, or in her head, she's like, you're a sociopath. No. And she talks about the difference between a sociopath and a psychopath being the ability for sociopaths to mask. So psychopaths have similar qualities in terms of lack of empathy, in terms of like,
but they can't hide it.
Emotional dysregulation, but they can't hide it. And a sociopath is smart enough to read their environment and mask.
Yeah, they're socially adept. Correct?
Yeah, they can even be charming.
Right. Ted Bundy type shit. Mm-hmm. So here's what I was going to say. Maybe this is why I was smiling, was because one time, this was months ago, I got on a TikTok live algorithm, where you just scroll.
I thought you were about to say you went live on TikTok. I'm like, that's taking it to another level, Amanda.
I have gone live on TikTok before.
To say what?
Just to exist.
Hey.
That's what people do. They just exist. They don't say anything. They don't do anything. In today's day and age, 2025, they just put their phone up and it's like, you're a fly on the wall.
It's so weird.
Anyhow, I was scrolling through TikTok, and you know when you just randomly come across people's lives? Well, one stopped me dead in my fucking tracks because the little question box up here said, I am a diagnosed sociopath. Ask me anything.
Oh, let's go.
And of course I stopped and I looked. I didn't ask anything. I was, again, just a fly on the wall of a sociopath. Mm-hmm. And she was getting all these questions, and she made the distinction that a sociopath is, which one? Okay, there's one that's created and there's one that's you're born with. Oh. I think a sociopath is one that is created, and a psychopath you're actually born as.
I don't know that that's a thing.
That's what she said. Are you coming for their community?
Algorithm, please put me on Sociopath Live. Please put me on Sociopath Live. Algorithm, sociopathic questions for sociopaths, questions for psychopaths.
Speaking of sociopathic, I saw you went to Portal without me.
I asked you last week if you wanted to go, and you always say, weekends are for my family. I'm like, it's like family time. So I didn't fucking ask you.
How was it?
Amazing. Portal is this contrast therapy place that we have in Denver.
Contrast therapy?
Yeah, hot to cold, hot to cold.
Huh. I never ever heard it be called that.
Ever did that.
I never ever.
Well, now you did, and that's its official terminology. Yeah, it's sauna, cold plunge. And this place is like, it just makes you feel so damn good. And I've been cold plunging for about 2 years now, and the saunas are... Yeah.
I've been cold plunging for
did I tell you that I just
almost
had,
8 years?
This crazy, I think I said this on another podcast, or maybe I've been having these crazy deja vu moments. The other day I texted Amanda and was like, did we ever have a conversation about a chartreuse dress? And she was like, no. I was like, are you sure? I think we had a conversation about a chartreuse wedding gown.
Yeah. I said negatory ghostwriter.
Interesting. This was another one of those deja vu moments where I'm not sure if I said it or if I just thought it, but did I ever tell you about the lie that I just told in the Portal sauna one time?
Yes, you did. And you said this on the podcast, I think.
Yes. I was just like, yeah, I've been cold plunging for my whole life. My parents have a cold plunge and sauna. Like, what?
What gets me is the my parents have it.
Yeah.
Like you're 18 years old, still living with your mommy and papi.
Mama and papa. They did just build a tiny home, which is so cute. We're going to stay on it in the summertime. They had this whole dream to build like this brand new big house. And then they were like, what are we doing? We'd rather just like travel and be with our kids. And so they built a 500 square foot, like very Scandinavian tiny home, and they put a barrel.
It's gorgeous.
It's so cute. And I'm like, at least I got a place to fall back on if I have any.
No, Jess and I the other day spent the night literally planning out our entire summer, and I'm so excited about it because in July we're going to go to the little tiny home.
I could break something. That's how excited I am. You know those urges to just like flip the fuck out and break something?
Have you ever been to a break room?
No, but I think I would do really well there.
Me too.
Yeah.
I've never been.
Yeah, we should go.
Yeah.
Or like smash plates and stuff.
Yes.
Our summer is iconic and epic, and it's everything. And it was really the basis of why we decided to get into this episode today, because we were like, what are the vibes? Okay. What are the vibes? What are the ins? What are the outs? What are we doing? What are we not doing? What are we feeling really drawn and called to? And so we had this concept, and I'm always on Pinterest. Mm-hmm. Like I'm always on Pinterest. Vision boarding and
mood board in audio form.
Yeah. What if we did a little mood board in audio?
I said that.
Whatever. One of us said it. And I said, I came up with this grand original idea.
I had the fabulous idea.
You know what? Give credit where credit's due. Amanda came up with it really basically. Probably it was me. But anyways, can I tell you one more thing before we start?
Yes.
I also have things to ask you.
I have a couple of things to say to you as well.
Okay.
I have a couple of things to say besides you trying to steal my art.
Did you notice there's no art on the wall?
Oh, yes. I want to say that. Actually, welcome back to the show. You're listening to Consciously Unconscious. I'm Amanda.
Do we have to say that?
Well, I was listening back to a few episodes and I was thinking, oh God, people who are new just jump right the fuck into our banter and have no idea who we are or what we're doing or what this is. So I just wanted to give a little grounding, orienting intro. Hi.
Hey.
Happy that you're here.
How y'all doing? My name's Jessa. My name's Yeska.
My name's Yesa.
It changes every day who I show up on as this podcast, so it's really not going to do.
We actually do have a live sociopath here, so.
Yes, questions available in the suggestion box below, in the comment box below. Okay, well, maybe we should start introducing ourselves now.
Okay, I'm 27 years old.
You're not 27, are you?
How old do you think I am?
I thought you were 26.
No, I'm 27.
Oh, cool.
I've been 27 for like 5 months.
That's right.
You know what's so funny is I'll periodically go through this phase because I've been on social media and posting for years. I mean, since I was 16 years old. Mm-hmm. And so I'll go through this phase where I'll have a freak out about like, I don't know what content I want to create. Like, I don't know what my niche is. And Lucas is like, you just got to keep rinsing, repeating. Hi, my name is Amanda. I'm 27 years old. I've been married for 10 years. I have 2 kids.
Dude, yeah, you know what? If it hits the right audience. Hi, my name's Amanda. Wait, what was that?
27, 2 kids, married for 10 years.
Hi, I'm Paul.
I loved Paul.
Yeah.
Justice for Paul.
Justice for Paul.
Where the fuck is he? Speaking of Nickelodeon, I watched Quiet on Set. Have you seen that?
No. The documentary about all the...
Yeah. All the...
Because it's...
Yep.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And okay, I gotta turn my phone on Do Not Disturb. This is ridiculous.
People are not quiet on your set.
People are not quiet on my set. There's 17 messages in this group chat.
Anyway, Quiet on Set is something that I've been wanting to watch for a while, and I finally did. Lucas was gone over the weekend, so I had ample time to put a show on, and I watched it for. One night I watched it and I was kind of paying attention, kind of not. It's on my phone. I was doing stuff for this, mood boarding and stuff. And then the next night I was like, no, I got to rewind this shit. I got to sit down. I got to listen up. Justice for Amanda Bynes. Holy shit.
Dude.
Holy shit. And Drake Bell. Mm-hmm. You know the lore.
I don't know all the lore, but I know enough of the lore to understand that they were put in extremely exploited positions.
Yeah. And there's a theory now about Amanda Bynes where she has altered her appearance so much to look not attractive because she's basically saying like a big fuck you to the industry. And she's trying to protect herself from all of the shit that happened to her, which is so sad. And then it got me on a Britney wave and Lindsay Lohan. And I'm like... These child stars.
I mean, a lot of times you can think about the basis of being a child star as it's not your dream. You're a child.
Exactly.
It's your parents' dream. Someone else puts you in these positions of making them successful or making them proud. And so the entire time you're living, you're creating, you're performing, you're being for someone else.
Yeah.
You never actually really get a sense of establishing your own identity ever. And the identity that you create is the identity that sells. Mm-hmm. And so...
And it's tough because as a kid, your identity is always shifting and evolving and changing.
Yeah.
And so you
as
feel...
an adult.
Yeah. Yeah. But even more so as a kid, you have to grow up. I mean, one girl was talking about how she was on All That and was going to get her own show before Amanda Bynes was discovered. And one summer she literally hit puberty and developed and they were like, ooh, she looks like a woman now. We can't have her. Like, let's kind of edge her out. And then they discovered Amanda Bynes. Amanda Bynes was doing like... Okay, there's a comedy place called the Laugh Factory in LA, and they do workshops for kids where kids can go up and do a comedy set. Mm-hmm. It's genius. It was so cute.
It's like baby SNL.
Yeah, and she was doing a set at 9 years old, and a Nickelodeon person happened to be there and discovered her, and then she became Amanda Bynes.
It's interesting. I wonder what the percentage of like how often that happens nowadays. We were talking about this a little bit when we were talking about this podcast network that we've been following that is signing all these random fucking people. And the question is, how are these people being discovered? And I think about this with like actresses and comedians and stuff. Like, how much of that is raw talent nowadays, or how much of it is just your network and who you know and how you're found based on your connections? Like,
I would say it's more the latter. I'd say it's more the latter. And you know what? These days, like, I'm gonna save this for when we actually get into the mood board, but Addison Rae is somebody that I'm so fascinated by.
I know.
Because she grew on TikTok and became this star on TikTok with, TikTok dancing, and then completely pivoted and rebranded into this almost like Madonna, Britney, Lana Del Rey 2.0. And it was definitely curated. And she's not the most talented ever. However, I'm so not mad about it because she's making banging music. And it's it's what people want in the culture.
You know what song I do like that you're gonna be
Headphones
proud of me
on
for liking?
Oh, is it Addison Rae?
No, I don't know who sings it. I think I know who sings it. Hotter than the blue is flame. Hotter than the blue flame.
You don't know who sings that?
Hotter than the blue
Speaking of child
flame.
stars,
Oh,
speaking of Barney, legend.
Barney?
Oh my God. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
Who's Barney Legend?
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Oh, Selena Gomez.
Yes.
But who's Barney?
She was on Barney. That's where her and Demi Lovato met. They were both on Barney.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? I mean they're on Barney.
Speaking of characters with fur.
I don't think I can do any more fur.
Okay, I know. Amanda has this thing with furries. Is this why this is triggering to you?
We saw him yesterday. It's a him, by the way.
You saw the furry again?
Yes, Lucas biked right past him the other day, and the second he was telling me the story, we opened our eyes and looked on the street, and he's there.
I want to see him.
I'll take a picture next time.
It was a woman last time.
No, it was the same one. I just thought that he was a woman.
Well, I have my own furry.
Yeah.
Do you know what the Labubu is?
Nar.
Okay. I never thought that I would fall victim to like.
So I have to say, I saw this on Sid's story.
Yeah.
Sid is Jess's friend. She's lovely. Shout out Sid. I had to DM her.
What'd you say?
I said, I'm a little novice,
I'm
princess.
a little novice princess.
I'm a little scared.
You guys. Okay. So I had no idea that this was even a world that I could crack into. And I'm in deep, unfortunately. There's 2 more on the way in the mail.
Is it like Webkins?
No.
Oh.
It is. And I didn't even know that this was viral on, like, I guess it's viral on TikTok because now my whole TikTok is like filled with Labubus.
That's happening to you.
What?
Where something's trendy and you don't know it's trendy and you think you invent it. She's got pistachio nails and I told her that pistachio was claimed by the Today Show as the color of the season.
I said, what are you talking about? This is OPI. This isn't Greenland. Well, because she said you have pistachio nails. And I was like, oh, that's the perfect name for it. Everyone was getting butter yellow. And I wanted to get, this isn't Greenland. And she goes, yeah, it's the #1 color. It's on the Today Show. And I said, what the fuck? Anyways, so it basically just shows that I'm ahead of the trend. So whatever I predict to you today in my mood board, you're welcome.
Listen up.
This is QQ.
It's what?
QQ, that's his name.
Oh, you named him QQ.
No, he has a name. God-given. Government-given.
Oh, you stripped that away from him?
What are you talking about?
I thought you named him something else.
No, his name is QQ.
What was the other thing you were calling him?
Labubu. That's the name of this group of characters.
So Labubu is the brand. That's their...
Labubu, yeah, is like the brand. And then they have this collection called Monsters. And you can only buy them at like these Asian marts. So you know like Sunny Angels? It's like that kind of stuff.
Can't say I do.
You what? Okay, let me make it a little bit easier for you. You know how everyone's like obsessed with Hello...
Let me dumb it down.
Everyone's obsessed with like Hello Kitty.
Yeah, for sure.
And like the little like motifs and stuff.
Yeah.
This is kind of like an Asian like Hello Kitty vibe.
Love.
And I'm just obsessed with him.
Why is it called The Monsters?
You get a blind unboxing. You buy a box.
You don't know what you're going to get?
You don't know which one you're going to get. And then you open it and it's a little bag charm. And he's so cute. And I had no idea that any of this existed. Except my client came in the other day and she had one of these hanging on her bag. And at first I was like, the fuck? Why do people put like weird ass keychains on? Yeah.
Cute.
Put weird ass keychains on. And like, that's just like not really my style. You know, I'm a little more chic. I'm a little more classy, I would say. Not always, but
I was just pulling up Sid's.
I got utterly obsessed. So every night at 8:00 p.m., 10:00 p.m. Eastern time, 8:00 p.m. Mountain time, there's a drop. And you have to order them. And they come in the mail and you unbox them. And it's like a whole thing. It's a whole world of these little things.
It's a culture.
It's totally a culture.
But what do they do? What do they offer? What do they bring to the table? Is there like a code that you can put online and then you have like a NFT? What's the vibe?
The vibe is that I'm going to carry this around, and
It's just a plush toy.
If you don't know what it is, you're like, that's a little fucking weird. If you do know what it is, you're like,
okay, I'm not mad about that because that goes into my vibe of the mood board as well, which we'll get into, which is kind of my obsession right now with camp. I think it's very camp.
What's camp?
And I love this. I cannot believe you don't know what camp is.
well, I've heard you say it many a time.
Camp is like, okay, it's kind of known in like the drag world, and not kind of, it is known in the drag world, and it's known in like high fashion where things are just like camp. They're eccentric. They're kind of out of this world, ironic, humorous, wearing things for like weird,
That's my vibe
eccentric.
right now.
Me too. Like I want to wear things that people are like, what the fuck is she wearing?
I just want to be strange and unpredictable.
Yes. So I think that goes with the vibe.
That's what I'm leaning into.
Camp.
I ordered, oh no, that's not my.
May I ask the price of him?
Well, I got him at a flea
Or
market.
he's not, there's no price to pay for him. He's priceless.
He's priceless, actually.
Okay.
They're usually about $27, which is a little crazy.
Not bad. For the cult to be a part of a community, you're purchasing belongingness. It's not bad.
It's truly unlike anything I've ever
It's part of
experienced.
Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
And I fear that like someday I'm going to have like a full shelf of them, kind of like I had this obsession with Webkins. I don't want to get carried away. There's this one though, like I could see why people do because I really want Cece. She's yellow. Her eyes are like closed. She's going like this. And I wanted her so bad. I'm happy with QQ. It's fine.
QQ's adorable. I like his color.
He's got great color. Feel him. You
And
can
it's so
touch him.
funny because
Don't grab him by the head
Sid,
like that.
he's got hard hands.
And hard feet. And his head turns in 360 degrees. I know. Isn't he so cute?
What's going on here?
Well, he just has a little spare string. I need to trim.
No, it's a beauty mark.
Right.
Anyway, I was going to say that Sydney's is pink. I just saw on her Instagram story, and that's so her. I feel like you guys got
Lychee Berry.
Lychee Berry.
Yeah.
Love.
So cute. There's a sitting series and a standing series.
This is kind of Jake Shane coded with all of his octopus.
Yeah, shit like that.
Yeah.
So you're going to see me do some weird stuff.
Okay, can you get me one?
That's not fun. You have to, I mean, like,
Oh, I have to get myself? You're not gifted one?
well, I can gift you one, but like the whole point is like picking the
How
box.
about this? How about this? How about this?
How about it?
You buy us two, and we do a live unboxing on the podcast.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
But the problem is that you have to go to the Asian Mart, Pop Mart to really buy them in person. Or this flea market that I had. I literally manifested.
But what's the drop? What's the drop? You mean online?
Online, but it's like waiting for a concert ticket. There's a queue of like millions of people, and then the website like crashes out and they're like sold out. Wow. So next weekend we'll go to Mile High Flea. And we'll go get I want like 10 boxes of them.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm down.
Very camp of you.
Yeah.
You.
I'm down.
He's
He's
so cute.
growing on me.
And I'm sorry, but imagine him hanging just like off of a designer bag. People
Yeah.
are like, I don't get it. And you're like, exactly.
Yeah, you're playful and profound.
Exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of you bringing, are you going to bring that too?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to come to France.
What do you mean?
I don't have my
What?
passport. When we're recording this, it's currently April 28th, and we leave June, like the second week of June.
Are you doing anything about it at this time?
No.
This is so type B of you. I'm actually really proud because this is something that
Okay,
would
can
send-
I wait? Thank you. Can we dissect this for a second?
Sure. What are we?
Lucas was asking me if we have any plan for France in terms of where we're staying, what we're doing, and I'm like, nope. All I have is a plane flight. And he's like, well, maybe you should look online on Airbnb or something. And I'm like, honestly, I will, but I would so much rather Jessa and Taylor look at places and me just kind of be along for the ride. Because when it comes to travel, I'm so type A in every single area of my fucking life.
So when it just be a passenger princess.
When it comes to travel,
yeah, that's the problem with me too. Is that
yeah.
I don't want to do any of the planning.
Yeah. Oh, we talked about this when we went to LA because Lucas is so type A, especially with travel.
Yeah, Lucas can plan our itinerary.
Honestly, he should plan where we stay.
I actually don't want him to do that.
He could plan where we stay,
Sure.
except we'd probably be in a $5,000 house.
Yeah.
And he'd say, just put it on the credit card.
Seriously. I'm ready to sleep on the nude beach every night.
Yeah, same.
No, we have absolutely nothing planned. We don't have a place to stay.
I have no passport.
Have you ever seen those videos of someone being like, things that would send a type A person into a coma as a type B girl? The first thing is not even understanding whether or not you're going to have a passport in time.
Well, every single year I've traveled out of the country, and every single year I end up getting a new passport. It's kind of my thing at this point. And one time I was going to Cabo in college. My parents were going to Cabo for a golf tournament, and I had just had my spring break, and I was like, I'm coming to Cabo with you guys. Like, I'm coming. And I didn't have a passport. And I realized that 3 days before I was supposed to leave. So I go to the passport agency in Denver.
They get it to you in 3 days.
They get it to me right there.
Okay, so go do that, please. Go handle
I think that's expensive, but I'm going to handle it. I'm going to call them today. Actually, my mom did pay for my nails for Mother's Day. Do you like them?
That's so nice of her. Did you pay for mine?
Honestly, if you asked, probably.
I could be a mommy right now.
Why?
What?
What? Are you preggo?
No, I'm not. And if I am, I won't be for very long. But if I've had 2 people in the last week, 2 people in the last week tell me that they had a dream about me being pregnant.
Graham told me that he had a dream about me being pregnant the other day. What are these pregnant vibes?
I don't know. Pregnante.
What?
No idea. I'm not everybody. I'm not. But my body.
You know what? You know what? No, I'm gonna spin this on its head. I think what this might mean for us is that we are about to have
new ideas.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because
abundance is coming our way. I was doing a podcast interview with somebody, and she pulls tarot, and she was doing a tarot reading for me. And
you went on a podcast?
I did. It was a motherhood podcast. I told you about this.
Oh.
It's supposed to be coming out tomorrow.
So you're your own entity?
Well, I spoke about us, obviously, on the podcast. But she pulled a tarot card for me, and it was the 10 of Pentacles, which I guess is like abundance, money, newness.
Pentacles is very
birthing.
material.
Yeah. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe we're just going to be birthing new things.
Sick. Well, I put a red agate on my right hand. So
I love it.
This is the perfect transition into ins and outs.
Yes.
Because, do you hear this? In.
Yeah, facts.
So much, this is camp, right? So much chunky, random, weird jewelry. I want shit stacked all over my body. I want it everywhere. And I went to this flea market the other day, and I bought this weird shell that Amanda told me she hates, but it's fine.
No, I didn't use that word, actually. She loves to put words in my mouth. I used...
No, don't say it. She said it looks like a sea urchin eating me.
Yeah.
But it's really just these beautiful abalone shells.
It is stunning. You know, I will say one thing, though.
Say it.
Beach jewelry, in. Like wearing a fuck ton of jewelry on the beach, in. And that is perfect for the beach.
Super.
Yeah.
That's le point.
Yeah.
I've always been a maximalist at heart. And then I have these weird days where I'm like, I want to be clean. I want to be fresh. I want to be free. But like, I'm too far gone. I've dyed my hair 17 million times. I have 16 piercings on my face. I wear 12 bracelets on each wrist. I'm tattooed from head to toe. Like, I'm too far gone. The clean girl aesthetic doesn't exist for me anymore. So I just said, why not lean into the maximalism? It's running through my blood.
President of the maximalist community.
Yeah.
Was that all one word that I just said?
President of the maximalist community.
You know, you always talk about how you're not a necklace gal, though. I will say.
I don't say that.
You did say that, and you know you said it, and you know you're lying right now. She's trying to manipulate the fuck out of me.
It's called gaslighting. Look it up.
Okay. You said you love to say that you're not a necklace gal, but
I changed my mind.
No, because I want to make a differentiation here.
I'm a bracelet girl.
Nope.
Oh,
if you would let me finish, I can tell you. I think that you are more of like a short necklace gal, because the pearl one that you made looks so great on you. But the long one, I think, is maybe where you're not feeling it.
Well, maybe that's my karmic lesson for losing my grandmother's 22-inch gold chain.
There's that too.
Anywho, let's get into beverage of the week, because it has to do with where we're going. It's a little smattering of things.
I was telling Jessa too, people always ask us if we can put the recipe of the beverage of the week.
Nah, you
in the show notes. And I don't really know if you guys want that truly.
For like ones that we're just like, oh, we're drinking Element. We're drinking like.
Or like an Aperol Spritz. It's like simple.
Fine.
This is very much a concoction like most of ours are. So I don't know if you really.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So audio mood board. Ins and outs. Vibes, not vibes. I kind of took this as, like I said before, like this summer, the next kind of like closing off 2025. And so there's a smattering of things on our board that we're going to talk about, which is why there's a smattering of ingredients. I
like that word, smattering.
Okay, good. I'm glad
Just letting you know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I also put them in wine glasses because we're romanticizing everything.
Yes.
It's called chic romanticization of the mundane.
It's called consciously unconscious.
Exactly.
We can be conscious of what's going on and we can also be unconscious of it because we have to live our lives and be sane.
Right.
Yeah.
Inside the wine glass, there is a base of evolution juice. It's strawberry and vanilla.
Oh, it literally is evolution juice.
It's literally
the
called
brand.
evolution.
Okay.
It's the flavor of it is strawberry and vanilla, but really I grabbed it because it said evolution.
Yep.
And that is the fucking vibe, is ascension, evolution, growth, like becoming. There are so many moments where like you look around and you're like, that's very unbecoming of you. Wrong. We're evolving. We're evolving ourselves. Okay. The second thing that I have in this little mixture is a healthy roots juice. Obviously, health is wealth. The title of the juice is Digest and Reset. So in order to evolve, you need to kind of like digest your environment, digest your problems, digest what's going on, and then reset.
Can we pause here for a second? Because I think that's a perfect thing to include, especially in this episode. I think there's so much fucking going on in our culture, obviously, and there has been for years. And so I think what I'm seeing in the rhetoric and the dialogue in the community is my favorite word right now.
Sure, let it rock.
In the culture, there's all of this like things are happening. I have no control over it. Victim mentality. What the fuck are you laughing at me for? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to fix? You want me to unbutton something? You want me to?
Last time, we can cut this part out, but last time that everyone came for you and you were wearing the schlong colored water bottle, you were also like wearing that color bottoms, and this matches your bottoms perfectly.
Oh, shit. So what Jess is talking about is I had like my coffee. I always put it in my lap, but it looks like a massive, is coming out of my, So,
anyways, cut that part. Go back to what you were saying because that was a good thought.
What the fuck was I saying?
Rhetoric in the community.
The rhetoric in the community is that like things are happening, right? Things are always happening and we can't do anything about it. It's this feeling of helplessness. But I do think that if we could digest the information, digest the culture, accept what the fuck is going on so that we can reset and then like see how we want to react to these things.
Yep.
That is the vibe. Is like, no, we're not being victims. We're not being victims of this. We are going to digest what's happening, get all of our knowledge, like be knowledgeable, be well versed in what's going on, and then reset, get ourselves right so that we can take charge. Yeah. Yeah.
What she said. So that's the base of what's in our wine glass. Evolution via digestion and reception.
Precisely.
And then on the side, I have a little juice shot of happiness. It's literally called happy juice because like baseline of everything, do what makes you happy, right? All these things that we're going to talk about are subjective opinions of what we think is in and out and what we vibe with and what makes us feel good. But the goal is to stop doing things that please other people, stop doing things to fit in, stop trying to make yourself just another number in the masses. Do what makes you happy and makes you fulfilled in your own originality. So we've got evolution, digest, reset, and happiness. That's the vibe.
Yay! I'm so excited to get into this. Seriously. One thing I wanted to note too while we're grabbing our bevies is... Here, you can have this one. Oh, you don't want it, do you?
I like make all these beverages of the week and then I don't actually drink them. Let's just each take a sip of that one.
Okay.
Why?
I gotta give a little spinny. No, it's just what I grabbed first and then I was gonna grab the other one. You always offer your guests something first, right? When you're at my house?
Pardon? Not my house for very long.
Really good.
Oh, good.
It tastes very strawberry vanilla. You know what it is?
Holy shit, y'all.
You know what it is?
No, it's really good.
It's an Olipop dupe. Dupe?
Dupes?
No. I want the real thing or I don't fucking want it.
Have you not been on the Chinese lore of all this stuff coming out that all the designer...
Oh, they're
shit
all
you're
from that
buying?
stuff. Oh, yeah, but it's the brand name.
Yeah, so you want the brand name or you don't want it?
I do want the brand name or I don't want it. Yeah, but you know,
Break
I want
that
the brand.
down.
I want the brand name vintage. There are a few things that I only want real designer, and then other things I can, you know, not really care for is bags and shoes. Those are the only two things I will not wear fake. Yeah.
Why?
Because to wear them inherently is a flex, but then to flex a fake product is like flexing inauthenticity.
Gag me at that response.
Well, you're entitled to your opinion. This is mine.
I completely disagree, and I want the world to know that I have been changed because I did think that for a while. So the bags that I have right now are authentic. But
Oh.
now, just to clarify, but I feel like an idiot now because I'm just like, why?
No, you don't, because guess what? You know that you paid good money for that and they know that they didn't, and it affects how the fuck you show up. If you have a designer bag that you paid thousands of dollars for, you're like, oh fuck, I'm hot shit. If you have a bag you know you paid $20 for, it's the epitome of fake it until you make it, but like,
That's so not true.
yeah, it's like wearing for manifestations. It's like wearing things that are going to make you feel powerful. If I know that I paid good money for a fucking bag, I know that I'm going to show up and be powerful. But if I know I'm a fraud,
You know what? We're going to table this. I think the first place to start is...
wait, I think I had one more thing to say.
Okay, go as I pull up my board.
Yes. You said something about becoming,
Unbecoming.
unbecoming. And there is one thing I want to say. Is there alcohol in this?
No?
Okay. There's one thing I want to say.
Should I lie to her and tell her yes and then make her act drunk?
I think that there is all of this energy of becoming. Like people are wanting to become the best versions of themselves, higher selves, ascend, do all these things, right? When are we just going to be that version of ourselves? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a mentality of healing, fixing.
Yeah.
And becoming, yeah, like you said, a specific version. Like you already are
Yeah.
a version of yourself. That's enough. You don't have to fix anything. Like healing and growth is inherent in your process of existence. And so the being is the healing.
Yeah, I actually think like the verbiage of like, I'm becoming my best self is also still like kind of self-limiting. It's almost like you're hesitant to say that I am my best self,
100%.
you know?
But I also think that there's good self-awareness to know that you're not your best self yet.
For sure.
So where's the balance? Okay.
Are we ready?
This is so fun. We're also going to share the links to our Pinterest board so you can look at these visually. But our goal here is to give you the vibes without having to show you.
You go first. So we're going to start with fashion.
Okay.
And we're going to break this down in categories so it's easier for you guys to listen to. It's not just like a smorgasbord of whatever.
Yes, if you don't want to listen to fashion, fast forward. The first thing that I have is chunky bracelets, chunky bangles, chunky necklaces, beaded necklaces.
Why?
Because it's such a way to elevate an outfit. I am really into kind of like simplifying my wardrobe base.
Yeah.
And then really accessorizing, really maximizing the look of the outfit through a bag, through jewelry, through shoes. But like the base is just like jean shorts and a top.
So would you or would you not agree with less is more?
No.
I agree. More is more.
Yeah. And you know what? Like,
But it's selective.
I think this goes back to sometimes I want to be a minimalist.
Yeah.
And there are scenarios where less is more. Less is more for makeup.
Yeah. Agree. Except I love, it's so selective, right? Because I love minimal like face makeup, but I love eyeshadow.
A dark eye.
I love eyeshadow.
That's on my board.
Ah.
Is a dark eye with
don't-
almost no makeup.
I don't think
a
I've ever
smoky
seen you
brown.
have any eyeshadow or anything.
I don't wear anything.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen you wear eyeshadow.
Well, I'm going to try it out.
Yeah, you should. I like that for you.
You know what I'm also going to try out, speaking of the eyeballs, is that color matching theory where for my eye color, like I would have to wear blue.
See, I do that with red.
You wear red?
Do you not see? Look.
You wearing it? Oh.
I wear like an orangey red eyeshadow on the top and then on the bottom.
Pretty.
Because red is like the complementary color for green.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, color matching in.
Yeah, color matching in.
Color matching
so in.
Chunky bangles, bracelets. Oh, I never even got to like my agate story. That's where this all started. Was I went to this flea market and I found this bracelet that Amanda doesn't like. That's like very good beach jewelry. And then I found this agate, which is, if you know me, you know I wear a jade bangle on my left wrist, which I got in Thailand. I got swindled. It was my first scam. He literally broke my wrist to slide it on. You can see the bruise that I have from taking it on and off the weekend. And I knew that I wanted one for the other wrist because if you put them together, they like break. But I found this red agate bangle, and agate's all about confidence, courageousness, power, abundance. And it's on my right hand, and right is all about masculine energy, giving energy. And then jade, on the other hand, is a little bit more calming, grounding, softening, and it's on my feminine hand.
I love that.
So also in aligning jewelry to energetics.
100%. Okay, I think my first in for fashion is going to kind of encompass a lot of the things that I talk about with fashion, but hyper femininity.
Go on.
Like, I think that we've lived in such a masculine world for so long, and
Here she goes. Hyper pop.
yeah, kind of.
Re.
So I think we've lived in such a masculine world for so long, but also in fashion, it's all structured. It's all like put together. It's very like set culture. And I think that femininity is going to have like a real rise of finally being celebrated in the sensuality, in the flowiness, in the like not wearing a ton of clothes, in the color, like really, really feminine silhouettes is what I'm obsessed with right now. And heels is something that like really brings me into my feminine.
Always. I love a good heel.
Yeah. And like wearing a heel in any outfit. Like, I don't care. I'll walk around the house in a heel and a robe. Like, I just want to feel super, like, I want my lines to be accentuated, like my like legs and I just want to feel sensual in my body.
Love.
And I'm super into like hyper femme looks right now. One of my muses is Drew Barrymore in the 90s.
Can I see? Oh, she's an icon in any decade, but like that's a vibe.
That one,
a mini skirt in. Yeah.
Like the colors, the, like you were saying, like the accessories, the maximalism, just.
Have you ever seen those videos that's like, I fell in love and started to wear pink again?
No.
That's how I've been feeling. If you know me, you know I don't wear a lot of color. Look at me. Look at me now, beach. And I feel like I've just wanted to also really be in my feminine and wear color. I'm always so drawn to tans, browns, blacks, like very neutral, natural things.
Yeah.
That's how I do my makeup. Like that's all of it. And now I'm like, I want to wear pink.
Yeah.
I want to be a girl.
I love that.
Yeah.
And that's why I have this boys. From what is it, Little Rascals?
Little Rascals is a great movie.
Great movie. My mom always used to say that I would that was one of my favorite movies as a kid. And growing up, whenever I would get in trouble, I would always say, please don't say my name. Please don't say my name.
Don't say my name. That's so cute. On your feminine role here, a big thing that I have pinned is silver.
Ooh.
Silver. So silver is a very feminine metal. Silver is very yin energy. It's flowy. It's cooling to the body. Its properties are feminine. And silver is having a resurgence. I think for a while, like gold was all the hype. Real gold is extremely expensive right now. And fake gold just looks chuggy. It looks gross to me personally. And so I think like for me, a rise in how much silver I wear is not only, again, like aiding in this like feminine vibe, but aligning jewelry to energetics. Like it's all playing in, but like chunky silver.
You're so right on that. I don't know if this is correct. You probably know more about it than I do, but isn't silver kind of getting up there in cost with gold?
No, not even close. I mean, it's also rising.
Yeah, I thought it was rising.
Gold now is above $3,500 an ounce.
Yeah, it's wild.
And it's every single day changing. It's going up. Silver, I think, is less than 100.
Well, I was always a gold girl growing up. My mom always had gold jewelry, so it's just like what I gravitated towards.
Yeah.
But when I started working at the jewelry company, when I could create bracelets, it was only with silver. I was only allowed to work with silver. And so I kind of fell in love with silver because I was making cool things. And then
love it.
And then I literally just started like wearing more silver, and I was like, wait, this kind of slaps. Like, I love this.
You know what I also think about silver is I think that this almost goes back to the bag conversation. Gold can sometimes be a flex of like, yeah, I'm wearing gold.
For sure.
Silver is like, I'm wearing what makes me feel good. I'm not wearing it just because it's expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that silver is a little bit more edgy.
For sure.
Where gold is more warm and like regal.
Gold is masculine.
Yeah.
Gold is a masculine, warming sun energy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up because I love silver. The other thing, I know that you agree with this because you bought me one and you're into scarves right now.
I have it on my board too.
Okay. But the reason I wanted to bring it up is because my sister commented on one of my videos where I was wearing the scarf that you got me. And she was like, love the scarves. I've been saying Hannah Montana scarves are coming back. Yeah. Hannah Montana scarves?
Dude, with the tight wrap.
Yes.
Did you see my Instagram that I posted the other day?
No.
Go look at my Instagram.
But like this, like blue, glittery, like fun Lizzie McGuire.
Go look at my Instagram that I posted the other day with the orange scarf and the blue top. Where I have it wrapped
that's
directly around my neck too. Like the one wrap tight to your neck.
That is the photo that I said to you that was iconic. I love with the bubble glasses.
Yes.
Yes. Obsessed. In this colorway too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, I have scarves on my board and head scarves around the neck, like thin scarves, scarves with fringe, scarves.
Yeah.
Love. I have, in terms of fashion, same lines, mixed patterns, like wearing plaid with leopard.
Yes.
Wearing stripes with polka dots, wearing like camp, mixing, matching, like just the weirder that you can get with your outfit. I want that. I want that for you.
Well, and I think that the reason I agree with that is because I'm reading a book right now called, well, you know this book, Art of Seduction.
Yeah.
By Robert Greene. And it is such a treat to read, honestly, because it's so... It's weird. It's a textbook. It's really like a history book. However, it's like mixed in with sensuality and sexuality. So it's fun to read. And it talks about all these historical figures and how they used their own charisma and seductive tendencies to get what they want in life.
It's fascinating.
And
it relates to, sorry to interrupt you, but have you ever read the book, The 48 Laws of Power?
He wrote it too. Now that's on my list. I haven't read it.
I'm reading it now.
Okay.
It's pissing me off.
Why?
It's interesting because, well, I'm listening to it as an audiobook, but his perspective is really bothering me. We'll get further into it once I read a little bit further. But
why is it bothering you?
It's the manipulation of getting what you want and romanticizing that.
So in this book too, he talks about how you can, he basically will do a full breakdown on the archetype of seduction. So like siren, dandy, ideal lover, things like that, croquette. And then what he'll do is he'll tell you how to like accentuate that so that you can utilize it to your own benefit. Mm-hmm. But it's very much about like gaining for somebody else to lose.
It's controversial.
Yeah, but it's seductive by nature. Like the way he writes is also very seductive.
Yeah, I mean, he uses this interesting paradox of saying, too, that the people that say that they're morally above the art of seduction and morally and ethically above the art of manipulation are just as manipulative.
For sure. I think he's playing to all of our, like, triggers because we want to be above it, but we also... I think he's playing exactly to what people feel wounded by.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it really is.
Does that come back to... how you dress?
What was I going to say?
I said mixing patterns.
Oh, yeah, because I think that I'm just thinking of like seductive tendencies. Mm-hmm. And basically what he says in the book is that you will identify with one of these 9 like archetypes. And I haven't gotten to the one that I think that I identify with, but it just makes me feel like, you know, with Sirens, it was very much catering to like the physicality of what men love in a woman. And not that that's what this reminds me of, but I think that what you wear is also very magnetic.
Yeah.
And I think things like mixing patterns and being loud, but not being like, there's a very important balance between loud, camp, jarring and out there, and then like,
no, there's a difference between being loud to be noticed and being refined in your taste.
yes, it's almost the difference between being magnetic and being like, look at me, I want you to look at me, like
That's
desperate.
egoic. That's egoic.
Yes.
If you're interested in this conversation, this is a super, super great plug to go listen to our bodily adornment episode.
Yes.
Because we talk a lot about dressing for yourself and other people, adorning your body, finding identity through your expression of self by like what you put on and what you wear and how you tattoo yourself and how you put jewelry on your body, and how that can be so powerful and so magnetic if you're dressing in alignment for you versus just to get a certain reaction out of people.
Yeah.
And we don't have time for that full conversation today, but that's a great episode to go back and listen to, that we're going to have to resurface a conversation about as we move through this summer. But
yeah, we will.
Another one that I have while we're on the topic of scarves and fashion, and then we should move past fashion unless you have more.
I have two quick things. One's more of a question and one is something that I like.
Okay. Mine is a flat brim hat and a scarf over the top.
Okay. I pinned a few of those.
Okay.
That was something that I saw first surface from Hailey Bieber last year. She did it for a festival.
Okay.
And it's kind of, then I did that for the What's the Recipe promo.
Oh, cute.
And I like it. I think there's an art to it.
There's definitely an art
I think
to it.
that like sometimes it looks a little like just like off. Like sometimes
It
I
has
see
to
people
be like white t-shirt, jean shorts, boots.
yes. And it's a specific scarf and a specific length. There's an art to it. The other thing that I wanted to ask you about in terms of fashion is, what do you think about like the skirt over the pants trend?
I don't like it personally.
Yeah.
It doesn't vibe with me. I'm going to pick one or the other.
Yeah.
My biggest thing is like all of my pants I'm wearing loose. They're 2 sizes too big for me. I'm not wearing any fitted pants unless I'm throwing on a skinny jean. I do believe a skinny jean is back. A loafer, an ankle cut skinny jean, and a tucked in button up shirt with a belt is a vibe.
For you.
Hear me out. But anything else that I'm wearing is sitting low-waisted on me below my belly button. It's super just like, it's super slouchy.
Yeah.
And I want that over like, I don't know, like I'm going to pick pants or a skirt. I don't love it.
Okay. Just don't judge me if you see me with a gaucho and a little mini skirt over top.
I won't.
Okay. The last thing I want to throw out there is hats. Hats are in. Little
Berets.
news cap like hats,
Newspaper, train conductor.
Yes. Even straw hats, even trucker hats. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Coming soon. Yeah, hats always been in.
Yeah.
I think it's causing me to have a receding hairline, but like there's always a hat to fix it. Okay, I want to move on to something different, and I want to see where this takes you. Well, what direction do you want to go? I can choose.
I will go anywhere.
Digital cameras. Digital cameras. Stop taking pictures on your phone. Stop either digital cameras where you're using like an old OG digital with a flash, or like a Fujifilm where you take a picture and you got 28 photos on that thing, and you better be selective, and you can't go back and you can't look and be like, let me move my arm, let me switch, or let me be on this side. You capture the moment because that's vibe. Pictures are vibe. But like these photo shoots, these curated photo shoots, not vibe anymore.
Yeah.
Just so everyone knows, not the moment.
I agree.
It's candid. It's in the moment. It's not posed. It's just like a click and a done. That's what I want to see your dumps as. Don't be like, I mean, do whatever you want, whatever. But like,
no, actually, I think this is more intriguing than.
It's a digital camera or a Fujifilm or nothing for me.
Okay. I was stumbling across someone's post from Stagecoach, actually. And I thought the exact same fucking thing, where I'm like, I don't want to see this anymore. I don't care about the curated photo on your good camera with your outfit. I don't care about that. I want to see your outfit while you're like laying in the field with your friends, like, you know, having a drink that you're sipping on, and like you don't know this is happening.
Well, here's the thing. Everyone needs to be on board with this vibe, because what needs to happen is it's not, hey, can you take this picture of me?
Yes.
It's friends taking pictures of friends in their natural element.
Oh my God. I was looking at tweets the other day that I had reposted. Retweets, that's what they're called. And I saw one that said something along the lines of like, I'm low-key offended that like my friends don't see me as this like ethereal creature that they want to take photos of.
No, literally.
Yeah.
That's the vibrations for the summer. It's just like,
we didn't sing, by the way.
oh,
I always think about that.
we don't need to sing today.
I did have a song prepared, but
Save it. Is not having to ask your friends to take photos of you.
yeah.
The coolest photos come from your friends just like thinking that you're ethereal and taking pictures of you in the moment and capturing real life things happening.
Yeah. I'm also allowing this camp trend in fashion to bleed into the way that I post on social media too. Mm-hmm. I think that everything on social media has been tried and done and redone and, you know, completely just waterboarded to people.
Facts.
And I'm so over it. And I want people to show up on social media and like be weird and post things that people are like, why did they post that? It's kind of weird. Like, but I kind of like it. Like, I can't look away. That's the vibe. Like making people not be able to look away.
Love.
Yeah. Okay.
What you got?
What I thought of is I pinned this.
A flip phone?
A flip phone. I'm really into the concept of dumb phones.
Yeah.
Where you get a little flip phone and you leave your actual phone at home so that when you're out, you are reachable. Like people can text you, people can call you if they need to reach you for an emergency, but you have a flip phone. You can't go on social media. You can't do anything else. You can take photos and they're kind of like cool and chic because
we should get flip phones.
Let's get flip phones.
We're not gonna have to get like a whole international plan and shit, but like we can do for the vibes. Mm-hmm. I love that idea. I really love that. That's so like digital camera coded as well. It's just presence and awareness and being with the people that you're with and not being in moments or scenarios that you're in just so you can show other people you went to.
Yes. Facts.
I don't know if this relates, but it's just right next to my flip phone. Asian markets, Asian grocery stores. In.
Yeah.
Go to international grocery stores.
Yeah.
Like that's so in. Mm-hmm. Don't go to your Safeway anymore.
No.
Go explore. If you can't travel, if you can't like take the time to actually be immersed in a different culture outside of the country, go to a cool market, a cool new grocery store where you're trying different spices, you're trying different fruits. They're honestly way more cost effective. Like put yourself in scenarios where you walk in and you're like, ooh, I'm kind of a little uncomfortable, but like this is fun. Mm-hmm. I fuck so heavy with an Asian grocery store.
Yeah. I haven't really been to one in a really long time, but Lucas went recently because he made ramen from scratch and it was unreal.
Yeah.
But I am so intrigued by all like the little snacks from the Asian markets.
Yeah.
Like the little crackers that look like, or there's this gal that I met from the Den, which is like a family, or a family friendly social lounge. And I met her, she's got like a 3-year-old now. And she would always come with these snacks from the Asian market that were like little cracker balls that tasted like fish.
Yeah. Fish balls. Dude.
Yes.
I'm obsessed with fish balls.
Really?
Oh my God. Okay, so yep, that's
so funny.
What you got?
Okay, let's see what I have next.
I can go again if you're looking, because it kind of has to do with food.
Okay, then you finish.
Snack plates.
Snack
plates. Like, do you know the aesthetic
like a charcuterie about like a charcuterie board?
Kind of, but like snack plate.
Yeah.
Like you have a boiled egg, you've got some like radishes, you've got some cucumbers, you've got some hummus. It's like a little smattering of all the things that you might need, protein, carbs, sugars, fruits, whatever. But it's just like this beautiful aesthetic, fresh snack plate.
Love.
And that's your lunch.
Yeah, I love that. The boys will always ask me for a charcuterie board after school or for lunch. Oh, cute. So, okay. So what we're talking about, though, is that you need to get a plate that fits the vibe and the aesthetic.
Well, I'm going to link you guys this seller on Etsy who makes these like really cool snack plates that are hand ceramic made. And they're like split into little sections and then they're like labeled. It's the cutest, sweetest thing ever. It's so good for yourself to kind of like create a little fun project for you to eat, like make your food fun.
Yeah.
And make it beautiful and make it aesthetic, but also like so cute for hosting.
I love a section. Thank you. That was my next point. So I love a section, like anything with a section, by the way. Plates. Like this is for your protein. This is for your fruits. This is for your whatever.
But I do mix everything.
For sure. But like the thought is there.
Right.
Backyard brunches.
Backyard, anything.
Lucas has commissioned me. He's not actually paying me, but he commissioned me.
Well, he is paying you. You don't have a job.
True. He commissioned me to make a graphic for a Fowler brunch.
When can you do it before?
It's bi-weekly all summer. So we're going to be doing a Fowler brunch every other Sunday.
I'm going to have such
in the backyard.
FOMO.
Yeah, you will.
Okay, you know what? That's an out, though. An out is having FOMO.
True. But I don't think I've ever really had FOMO, though.
Well, I'm having it right now.
Do you have FOMO?
Brunch. Not usually, but like right now I do.
Yeah.
I want to go to that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be doing such amazing things. That,
yeah, dude, you're going to be in Europe.
Yeah. Any hooty whatsy.
Us peasants have to do something to get by.
Well, this is perfect. This leads perfectly into the next thing on my board, which is meals outside.
Yes.
Eating outside.
Yes.
Eating outside.
Outside. Just outside.
Outside.
Being outside. Catch me outside.
Period.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I give you an idea that's also on my board for your brunches?
Sure.
Newspaper as a tablecloth.
Love. Love.
Newspaper.
But you know what? That would really piss me off. That's going to trigger my OCD. Because I just imagine things like moving around with the plate. Oh my God. There's nothing I hate more than a messy tablescape when I am trying to eat.
Okay.
Like a moving tablescape.
All right.
Can't.
Maybe that's
Shan't.
an out for you.
It's an out. Okay, a big out.
It's an in for me is maximalist tablescapes.
No, I love a maximalist tablescape, but like a tablecloth needs to be secure.
Fine.
Yeah.
Next, give me something.
But you know what I do love is things on the table and then glass over it. You know what I mean?
That's fine.
Like to keep it secure.
I suppose.
Yeah. What I have is naps.
Oh, love that.
Naps are in. I have chronically been a stay awake kind of gal, even when I am so tired, and naps are just not something that I have ever done. I would love to try my hand at napping.
It's really difficult for me to nap because I'm not a good fast napper. I need like 5 hours for a nap. It just takes me, people are like, yeah, I napped for 20 minutes. I'm like, it took me 45 to fall asleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Same. But you know what? That's fine with me. I don't even care if I take a nap, if I sleep. I just want to lay down for a nap.
That is like such a nostalgic statement that you just made because my mom always used to say to me growing up, like, because I've always taken quite some time to fall asleep.
Yeah.
And like, she used to say to me, it's okay if you're not sleeping. Your body's still resting. Just close your eyes. Your body's still recharging. Your body's still resting.
Yeah.
And I just think that's so sweet. Like, yeah, you're right. I am still resting. And then once you're like chilling and you know you're resting, then you fall asleep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that like lucid space of being asleep, but not really. Like you can still hear things. Oh, that's my favorite. One thing that I will also never forget is my mom used to tell me that my grandma every day at like 3:30 before the kids got back from school, or no, when the kids got back from school, would go and take like a 30-minute nap on her bed, but she would make the bed every single day, so she didn't want to get it messed up. So she would literally lay on the end of her bed and just like wrap herself in the duvet.
And just be like, right here.
Yeah.
I like it right here.
Like a widow burrito.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
I have one word.
Okay.
Honey.
Honey.
Honey. Fresh honey. Good honey. It's the key ingredient to literally everything. Any good cocktail has honey in it. Any dish that you're just like, something is feeling off about this dish, just add a little bit of honey. Fresh honey on top of breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, if you can find a way to incorporate fresh honey, yar.
Yeah.
It's an in for me, honey.
Yeah. Did you know like the way to cut, I mean, it makes a lot of sense, but the way to cut like spice or acid in a dish is sweet, honey.
Of course I knew that.
Yeah. But when Lucas was doing culinary school, it's obviously like intuitive, but he would start naming all of these things as acid, as fat, as like bitterness, like all these things. And he's like, you just need to cut the acid or you just need whatever. And so then it got in my mind of, okay, we just need to add honey whenever things are tasting a little off. So I second this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's been my biggest reach in my cabinet is my honey. Tea. Oh.
I'm so not a tea gal.
I literally showed up the other night and you had 2 cups of tea made.
At night, but like tea in the morning? Are you talking about tea in the morning?
No, I'm just talking about tea in general, just steeping.
Okay,
herbs.
actually, I take back what I just said.
Okay,
we'll keep going.
Decorating your fridge. A maximalist fridge. I'm just like into the maximalism.
Yeah, I love that.
I think that putting up cool Polaroids, putting up cool quotes, like in a chic way, but like putting things on your fridge, make it cool again.
Yeah. I never grew up with that. My parents always had fridges that didn't look like fridges.
Same. I had like a wooden fridge.
Exactly. Like it just was like a hidden door kind of vibe.
Yep.
I want to go back to the tea for a second though, because my mom always used to make and still does sun tea.
What's that?
It's where you put tea bags in like cold water and like a glass pitcher, and then you put it under the sun to steep all day. And so she's like, the sun tea will be ready in 2 hours.
I love that.
So that kind of tea in like a hibiscus tea. Yes.
A hibiscus sun tea?
Yes.
Done.
Okay,
last thing I have for like kitchen, food, random life things. A coffee bar. Make a coffee bar in your house. We're done. I mean, we're not done because like one of my favorite places and things to do is go to a coffee shop, is go to a little cafe and read and chill and sit outside. But romanticize making your own coffee.
I agree. I have been on that for the last week and it's saved me a lot of like money.
Me showing up. I'm a Chamberlain's coffee.
Yeah. No, but I agree. And I think that if you make it a ritual, if you make it like an environment that you want to spend time around, it's going to become a ritual. Yeah. And your bank account will thank you.
Okay, I lied. I have one more. That's totally
in kitchen.
Yep.
Oh God. Okay.
Jalapeno in rosé.
You're gonna have to repeat jalapeno and say it differently.
Jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
What? Jalapeno.
Why are you putting the ain in it?
Jalapeno. What do you say? Jalapeno?
Jalapeno. It's an E. It's not an ain.
Jalapeno. Jalapeno in rosé.
In rosé?
Brethren.
Says she doesn't like to drink.
I'm not drinking right now.
Is that like a conscious choice you're making?
Yeah. Like yesterday when it was 85 degrees and I wanted to, or whatever day it was, and I wanted to be outside on a rooftop. That was a conscious choice to not.
Yeah. You know what's in for me? Giving in.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
For me, I really need to work on a locus of control because I've been giving in my whole life, darling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Next. You want to go into quotes?
Yeah, we can go into quotes.
Okay.
I have journalism as the first draft of history.
Oh. Journalism is the first draft of history. Yeah, keep writing.
Keep writing. Keep documenting. I think that documenting is such a ancient practice and it's so sacred and it's so necessary, and we need to keep like sharing our voice. And I also think that journalism and media is really fucking disheartening right now, and it has been for years. And so when I pinned that quote originally, I was like, yeah, I want to write the first draft to my story, but also like independent writers writing about what's going on in the culture is also so crucial. And these big conglomerates, these big media, what's the word? Media giants are dying. Like They're not trustworthy. They don't actually write what's true. They write opinion based, and that's not fucking it anymore. So for me, it's yes and non to like keep writing and write about your own story, but also like write about what's going on in the fucking culture. I want to hear from people who are independent, who are experiencing things, not from these giants who have an agenda.
That's why Substack is it.
Substack is it.
I'm also seeing a lot of these posts, which I quite appreciate. That's like 11 articles that I read on Substack this week.
Yeah.
Like, I love that. Go to Substack. It's full of really highly intelligent people sharing anecdotal stories about their experiences, which is, to me, like you said, the most interesting way to consume right now is subjective experience. Because that's what gives you perspective. One of the things that I saved was 11 principles for creative expression and evolution. So, number 1, start where you are. Number 2, become your own biggest fan. Number 3, create what you wish existed. 4, lean into obsession. 5, find structure in the chaos. 6, value yourself enough to do something with your ideas. Fucking love that one. 7, also love, fuck a niche. Fuck a niche. Number 8, commit to baby steps. 9, understand your flow. 10, seek failure. And 11, let it be easy.
I like seek failure.
How much wisdom is in that?
What was the one that you said?
Value yourself enough to do something with your ideas.
Yes. Okay. This gal voice memoed me this morning on my drive here and was like, hi. And she's British. And so she has like the loveliest accent, but she's like, I just was like watching your videos and I'm launching my business and I think it's really important to like show you like the face behind the business, but I'm so scared. And like, I just wanted to know, like, how do you do it? Like, how do you show up, blah, blah, blah. Like, how do you show up online? And, what I said to her and what I say to everyone that I've coached before is like, whose comfort are you prioritizing? Which is exactly what that is like value yourself enough to share what the fuck you're doing. Because if you are so concerned about being cringe or like what people are going to think about you, you're putting their comfort over yours. How long are you going to live your life like that?
I love that.
That is so not the vibe. That is so dishonoring yourself. And so
unbecoming.
So unbecoming. So I love those. Love those. What else do I have? Oh, I have something in Spanish. Maybe you can translate this.
Something mezcal and change your love. Te falta cumbia y mezcal. Cumbia is like music or rhythm.
Is it?
Dance to the rhythm. Like drink mezcal and dance to the... Let's look it up.
Yeah. Anyone who speaks Spanish right now is going to be screaming.
It's going to be quaking in their boots. What is it?
Te falta mezcal y cumbia, mi amores.
Oh.
Is it bad?
No, it's just not even anything close to what I was saying.
Oh.
You're missing mezcal and... How do you spell cumbia?
Cum.
Yep.
Bia.
Got it. You're missing mezcal and cumbia, my loves. Which cumbia is like rhythm, dance. You're missing tequila and dance.
Okay, wait. That's like so my vibe for the summer.
You saved it without even knowing?
Because it said mezcal, and I wanted something that says mezcal.
Right.
But mezcal is a big in for me right now. I used to love tequila. I mean, I love tequila, but like I used to love just regular tequila margaritas. That was my go-to drink. And now it's mezcal. It just, again, cuts the acidity.
Yeah.
But also dancing too.
I have so many saved on dancing. I have a few notes on dancing. One of them is a picture of a kitchen and it says, let's dance in the kitchen forever and ever.
Yep.
And this is an ode to you dancing in your own home, romanticizing your life, play music while you're doing things, but also like dance with your partner in your home or your loved one. And then the other one that has to do with dancing is you dance with time when you decide that time is your partner and not your master. So the concept of dancing with time because you're not subordinate to it.
This goes back to the White Lotus conversation because Carrie Coon has a monologue at the end where she's basically just saying like, you know, all my friends have a great life or a great career or whatever, and I've had kind of a shitty one, and I don't have a connection to God or faith, but like time is my religion. Time makes my life meaningful.
Interesting.
And so I think that there's an element to that is true, but at the same time, like to me, that made me think about that because it's like I'm marking milestones by time, but like as my friend, like time is a consistent friend that's always with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. I have one more quote, which is motherhood is holy work, which I think is just something I pinned because I think it can feel really like overwhelming sometimes to be a mom and you're like constantly rushing, but one thing that I want to remind myself is like intentionality and slow living when it comes to my kids. Cause my kids are so fast that like I want to be slow in these moments. Like I want to go to the park and I want to just like lay in the sun and be slow and sit with them and let them explore without having to make things for them to do, you know?
Love that.
Yeah.
That relates to the one that I'm about to share, which is a quote from Be Here Now by Ram Dass, one of my favorite books ever, which you need to start reading.
I know.
It says, when you know how to listen, everybody is the guru.
Yeah.
So in listening, being an observer, being a listener, being someone who is refined enough to know when to contribute.
Yes.
In personal conversations, like I think that it's also an ode to being able to learn from everybody in such a politically charged climate, in such a world where we feel like everyone's against everyone and everyone's just like on their own journey and on their own battle for success and comfort and stability. It's like, look around you, listen to what people have to say, release some of the judgment and see what you can learn from them.
Yes.
Even if you don't agree with them, that's okay. You don't
Even
have
if
to
you
agree.
learn more about yourself and your own beliefs, you know what I mean? I think that like learning from other people and hearing out other people's opinions either will change your opinion or make you feel stronger in your opinion.
Yeah.
And that's so worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
The kind of last thing I have on my board that I think is worth sharing is a picture of a couple kind of cuddling, but like in a photo booth.
I have a photo booth saved to mine.
Do you?
That was in like the camera era conversation.
And the reason I pinned it is because I want to bring back like the honeymoon phase of romance. Like Lucas and I always go through phases, especially when I'm ovulating, where we're like in our lovey-dovey phase. Mm-hmm. But I want to bring it back specifically in dates.
Love.
Like I want to go to an amusement park and like have him win me a stuffed animal or like
Obsessed.
Do something super kitschy and cliche and like a rom-com. Like I want to do rom-com dates.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. The only thing that I have saved on this board for right now for like relationship stuff is a guy kissing a girl's neck, because bring back neck kisses, because neck kisses are everything.
Okay. Yes, but what do you think about hickeys?
Out.
Lucas loves to give me hickeys.
If you can't see them.
No, like here.
Okay, fine. But what I'm saying is my out is that if you can't see them, that's an in. If you can see them on someone's neck, out.
Exactly. But he loves giving them to me. And I'm like, dude, like, I got to go into Lennox and Ellis's daycare. Like, I don't want to have a hickey on my fucking neck. I look tacky, especially in my heels and my booty shorts.
It's tacky. It's tacky. It's giving unrefined.
It's giving unrefined. But maybe it's not.
I don't know about that one.
I think there's something cool and fun about it when you've been like in a relationship for so long. You're kind of like in that teenager again, you know?
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Yeah.
Are you done with your board?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say there are a few things that are remaining. I'm just going to like fire them off.
Okay.
Zebra print. In.
Hate.
In furniture.
Oh, love.
Zebra print furniture.
Zebra print on your body, burn it.
Dirty martinis.
You know, I would love to try to get into them.
Okay. Swimming. Just like bodies of water.
Swimming
just
is
swimming.
everything. You know what also is along the lines of that is like playing mermaids. Like literally
Playing.
Playing, but like playing in the water.
Yep.
Doing handstands, doing George Washington on my hair. Like I don't want to playing. Hey, you want to come over and play?
Dude, like, do you want to come over and fucking play? Yes. Yes. That's the vibe. Like playing. Period.
I'm just going to text you that.
Do you want to come over and play?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I'll ask my mom first. Okay, next, wood. Anything home design, wood. Warmth, wood. Wooden coffee table. Wooden walls.
Yeah.
Wooden, just like wood. It's
Like
so
log
earthy and
cabin
warm.
wood or like
No. Like
mid-century modern wood.
just mid-century.
Got it.
Like think 70s, 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
Cards.
Yes.
Playing cards.
Huh?
Playing cards.
Oh, I thought you were saying postcards that you have been
also
collecting.
that, but also like handwritten notes, handwritten cards. So both playing cards, always keep a deck of playing cards in your purse. It's so fucking fun to whip out. Be that friend that has the playing cards.
Yes.
It's so fun.
You know what? Halt. Be that friend that just has something in their purse for the collective.
Love.
I don't care what it is.
Yes.
But like if it's playing cards.
Yes.
What else could it be? It's a digital camera.
To the collective.
It's a pack of cigarettes, perhaps.
Fully.
What else could it be for somebody? And make it your own.
Lip gloss for the girls.
Lip gloss or like a Tamagotchi, like something that we could play, a DS with Nintendogs on it, like something.
Okay. Yeah.
For the collective.
Love that.
Yeah.
Be a humanitarian. I have this one that says very old friends, and it's about nurturing the relationships that you have versus building new.
Yeah, I actually really like that too.
Yeah.
And like investing and spending time with them.
100%.
A lot of my oldest friends don't live near me or don't even live in the state. And I think that something I'm always hesitant to do is like go fly to them. But I think that making time for your old friends, even if it's just like a couple days.
Yep. And then I will end with, I just have one that says the touch. For me, that was mostly for like Reiki, utilizing my Reiki more and
Yes, you need to utilize that more.
But I think the touch is a perfect segue to why I saved it in the first place, which was be sensational.
Yes.
Be so connected with your physical senses, your touch, your taste, your smell, your ability to feel alive comes through your sensations.
Yeah.
So be sensational.
Yeah.
That's in. That's what helps you be present.
Yeah. You know, the older I get to, the more I realize that I do love physical touch and I need it and I crave it. And so even with your friends, like being touchy-feely with your friends, with your romantic partners, of course. But I mean, there are so many days where I'll wake up and it's just so go, go, go. And I'm like, wait, did Lucas and I even hug today? I don't want that. I don't want to live that life of like being so busy by the things I have to do that I can't appreciate and touch the things that I have.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
This was so fun.
It was fun. I loved this.
Ins and outs. We didn't really do outs, but like you could kind of get outs from the ins.
It was very much a mood board in audio form. I hope that it made sense and it was easy to listen to. And I hope that we had some good, like thought-provoking conversations as well, because again, I think that the vibe of all of our stuff is like conversation starters. Jess's little QQ is going to be a conversation starter.
Yeah, he is.
Things that are in your purse, conversation starters. What you wear, conversation starters. Connection vessels.
Love that. Vessels of connection.
Yes.
Cool.
Cool.
Cool. I don't have anything left to say.
I don't either. So, love you.
Love you. Ciao.